The Oxyrhynchus Papyri are a collection of ancient Egyptian texts and documents that were discovered in the late 19th and early 20th centuries in Oxyrhynchus, a city located in Upper Egypt. The collection, which consists of over 500,000 fragments, is one of the largest and most important collections of papyri ever found and has provided valuable insight into the daily lives of the ancient Egyptians, as well as the history and culture of the Mediterranean world. The majority of the papyri in the Oxyrhynchus collection were written in Greek, although some are written in Egyptian and other languages. They date from the 2nd century BC to the 7th century AD, and include a wide range of texts, from literary works to private letters, legal and financial documents, and religious texts. One of the most significant discoveries in the Oxyrhynchus Papyri collection is a fragment of the plays of the Greek playwright Menander, who lived in the 4th century BC. This fragment is one of the few surviving copies of Menander's works and is of great importance to scholars studying Greek drama. Another notable find in the collection is a fragment of the Gospel of Thomas, one of the Gnostic Gospels that were not included in the New Testament canon. The fragment provides insight into early Christian Gnosticism and offers a different perspective on the teachings of Jesus. The Oxyrhynchus Papyri were discovered by two British archaeologists, Bernard Pine Grenfell and Arthur Surridge Hunt, who began their excavations in the city of Oxyrhynchus in 1897. The papyri were found in the rubbish heaps of the ancient city, where they had been discarded and preserved for centuries. Grenfell and Hunt's work at Oxyrhynchus was the first systematic excavation of an ancient Egyptian rubbish dump, and their discoveries revolutionized the study of ancient Egyptian society and culture. The Oxyrhynchus Papyri collection is now housed at the Egypt Exploration Society in London, where it is available for scholars to study and research. The collection has been published in several volumes, and ongoing work continues to uncover new information and insights from the papyri. In conclusion, the Oxyrhynchus Papyri are a truly remarkable collection of ancient texts and documents that provide a wealth of information about the daily lives, history, and culture of the ancient Egyptians and the Mediterranean world. The discovery of these papyri has had a profound impact on our understanding of the ancient world and continues to offer new insights into the past. The Pyramid Age Papyri are a collection of ancient Egyptian texts that date back to the Old Kingdom, a period in Egyptian history that lasted from the 26th to the 22nd century BC. This period is best known for the construction of the Great Pyramids, hence the name Pyramid Age Papyri. The papyri, which were discovered in the early 20th century, provide valuable insights into the religious beliefs, daily life, and administration of the ancient Egyptians during the Old Kingdom. The Pyramid Age Papyri consist of a variety of texts, including religious spells and incantations, administrative documents, letters, and biographical inscriptions. One of the most significant texts in the collection is the coffin texts, a collection of funerary spells that were placed inside the coffins of the deceased to ensure their safe passage to the afterlife. These spells provide important information about the beliefs and rituals of the ancient Egyptians and offer a glimpse into the afterlife as it was imagined in the Old Kingdom. Another important text in the Pyramid Age Papyri collection is the famous Instruction of Ptahhotep, a wisdom text that dates back to the 5th dynasty, 24th to 23rd century BC. The text, which is considered one of the earliest works of moral and ethical literature, provides advice on how to live a virtuous and successful life and is a testament to the intellectual and cultural achievements of the ancient Egyptians during the Old Kingdom. In addition to religious and philosophical texts, the Pyramid Age Papyri collection also includes administrative documents, such as tax records and lists of goods and commodities, which provide valuable information about the economic and political structures of ancient Egypt during the Old Kingdom. These documents offer insights into the administration of the country, the role of the central government, and the relationship between the pharaoh and the local communities. The Pyramid Age Papyri were discovered in a number of different archaeological sites in Egypt, including the tomb of Pharaoh Teti in Saqqara, the mastaba of Ptahhotep in Mayer, and the tomb of Princess Nebet in Saqqara. The papyri were well preserved due to the dry desert conditions, and many of them are in excellent condition, allowing for a high degree of legibility. The Osirion is a unique and mysterious ancient Egyptian structure located at the Temple of Seti I in Abydos, Egypt. It is believed to date back to the reign of the pharaoh Seti I, who ruled Egypt in the 19th dynasty, 1290 to 1279 BC. Despite its relatively modest size, the Osirion has been the subject of much debate and speculation among scholars, as its purpose and origins are still not fully understood. The Osirion is a subterranean temple that is considered one of the oldest examples of ancient Egyptian architecture. It is a complex of rooms and chambers built underground, with the main chamber being approximately 33 meters long and 8 meters wide. The walls of the Osirion are adorned with reliefs and inscriptions that depict scenes from Egyptian mythology, including images of the god Osiris and his son Horus. One of the most distinctive features of the Osirion is its architectural style, which is unlike any other ancient Egyptian structure. The use of megalithic stones, irregularly shaped blocks, and advanced building techniques is said to be more in line with structures built during the earlier First Intermediate Period, 2181 to 2040 BC, rather than the 19th dynasty. This has led some scholars to speculate that the Osirion was built long before Seti I and may have been used for a different purpose before being incorporated into the temple complex. The exact purpose of the Osirion remains a mystery. Some theories suggest that it may have been used as a place of worship for the god Osiris, who was associated with the afterlife and the rebirth of the dead. Others have suggested that it was used for religious rituals, such as the annual Osirian cycle, which celebrated the death and resurrection of Osiris. Some have even suggested that it may have served as a secret initiation chamber for the temple priesthood. The Lost Labyrinth of Egypt is a mythical maze that has captured the imagination of scholars and adventurers for centuries. Described as one of the greatest architectural wonders of the ancient world, the Lost Labyrinth is said to have been a massive temple complex located in the heart of ancient Egypt, built to house the secrets of the pharaohs. Despite its reputation as one of the most impressive structures of the ancient world, however, there is little concrete evidence to support the existence of the Lost Labyrinth. The idea of the Lost Labyrinth was first popularized by the ancient Greek historian Herodotus, who wrote about the labyrinth in his histories. According to Herodotus, the labyrinth was built by the legendary king Minos of Crete and was located in the city of Crocodilopolis in the Fayum region of Egypt. He described the labyrinth as a vast complex of rooms and hallways, with walls adorned with intricate carvings and paintings. Despite Herodotus' vivid descriptions, there is little evidence to support the existence of the Lost Labyrinth. Many modern archaeologists and historians believe that the labyrinth was simply a creation of Herodotus' vivid imagination, or that it may have been inspired by the many temples and palaces of ancient Egypt. Some have even suggested that the labyrinth was actually the temple of Seti I in Abydos, which is known for its complex network of chambers and passages. Over the centuries, countless expeditions have been launched in search of the Lost Labyrinth, with many coming up empty-handed. Some have suggested that the labyrinth was destroyed by the passage of time, while others believe that it may have been lost or buried beneath the sands of the desert. Despite these setbacks, the search for the Lost Labyrinth continues, and many believe that it remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the ancient world.